I'm popping off pink, and welcome back to Real Regular. If you want an ideal way to waste 45 minutes of your life, look no further than the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season finale. We start out with Ray J talking to A1. Ray J's out here having a fucking heat stroke because he's wearing Fall Collection 2018 in fucking Hollywood, California, where it's hot as hell. So he starts taking off his shit, and he's talking to A1 about, the fights they had over this Lyrica thing, and yap, yap, yap. Great, they make up, of course. And then we pan over to Brooke and Nikki sitting together talking about nothing, and then Princess and Lyrica wander over. I don't know why Lyrica even bothered to sit down at that table. If I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna be in the vicinity. They probably won't even be invited to anything that I'm doing, so that was fucking stupid. But she's passively aggressively ignoring Brooke. She throws a little shade at Brooke. I forgot what it was she said, but it was clearly shady. And, Brooke kind of put it out there, like she gave her the segue to talk about what was going on between them. She said, I wasn't invited to the the gender reveal or whatever. And all Lyrica could say was, no. Meanwhile, we've seen Lyrica turn up and run up like she's bout it. We've seen her go upside A1's head, but now you meet a bitch like Brooke who isn't afraid to call you on your shit, and suddenly it's just, no, and sideways comments and hiding behind your wig and not saying hello. Bye, girl. No one has time. And then while we're having this discussion, Princess tries to bridge the gap between the two of them, and I believe Nikki was the one that asked Princess what was going on after it got kind of awkward between Brooke and Lyrica. Princess, you just had a baby. Let your pussy heal before you talk about running up and fighting somebody. And Moniece isn't just anybody. I know you got hands, and I know you're quick on the draw, or whatever the case, but Moniece has jumped over sectionals to get to people. Like, Moniece she's like the crazy person that you stab and they keep coming. And the only way to stop them is, like, if you pretty much decapitate them. Like, that's the kind of crazy Moniece is. So you need to relax, deal with your postpartum or whatever else. Get your breastfeeding schedule on. Like, worry about that. Worry about being a mother. Don't worry about running up on Moniece about what she said. Who cares? The next scene, we see A1 and his mother Ving Rhames, and they sit and talk about the whole Lyrica thing. Everyone keeps talking about Lyrica and her alleged infidelity, and I only say alleged because it wasn't necessarily proven. However, I think it's true. I firmly believe that if Lyrica didn't fuck Safari, she definitely, licked a nipple or something. Something happened. So he's sitting there talking with his mom, making all these ultimatums. His mom is sitting there with this wig that looks like it smells like goat pepperoni. Just another grown-ass woman that's doing all the things that weren't popular when she was young and cute. Like the lip ring, like the Monroe piercing, and the horribly drawn eyebrows, and then the 90s porn wig. I don't get it. Like, you're a mother, you're a grandmother. No one wants to see that. Next scene, moving on, we get into Jay Banji Wheel. Yes, I will, Mr. Wheel. I don't care about him. Like, he had a performance, whatever, don't care. La Britney, though, like, I'm sad. Is it La Britney or Lil Britney? Either way, I'm sad that she has to share her scenes with, like, these C string characters on the show. Like, she's so cute and her hair always looks so good, and I think she's like one of the only natural girls on the show. Like, she has all of her parts seem to be original to me, and that's pretty admirable considering the show she's on. You know, then we move forward. K. Michelle is out here, you know, with like a needle and thread and bloody fingertips, trying to piece together some music that no one's gonna listen to but her fans, I guess. You know, she's basically in purgatory with Chrisette Michele at this point. Like, I don't care. I just don't care. Then we get to the next scene. Safari's in a bar talking to A1, looking like he's talking with his father about something he fucked up. You know, Safari, you can't lie for shit. You cannot lie for shit. It's as clear as day that something happened. You know, you're sitting there. I didn't do anything. No. Trying not to smile. Like, I would have just slapped your eyes to the back of your skull if I were A1. You're sitting there looking like a little boy with red Kool-Aid stains on your shirt, fucking lying, and it's stupid and it's boring. And A1, of course, like, I feel bad for him because I believe that he's really disturbed about what's going on with Lyrica and what's going on the show. I really don't think that he was anticipating any of this, but, you know, Safari gets up, walks away, blah, 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 whatever. Then A1 reports back to Lyrica, lets her know that he spoke to Safari. Lyrica's being a fuckboy with all these fake whimpering noises, talking about how she was left alone. Where have we heard that before? She's all upset and nothing's true, and she's disappointed that he wants a DNA test, but she'll do it anyway. Sniffle, sniffle, wah, wah. Lyrica, you're a fuckboy. You're a fuckboy. It ends there. Then we fast forward. Rockstar, Ray J, and Safari get together. Rockstar is wearing one of my old bras over his face. I don't understand what his problem is. Like, Rockstar, you're cute, and you're funny, and you're extra, and you're here to make it spicy, and I get that. But you don't need to be walking around with shit on your face. Like, you do enough. From, like, the stacks, it's like he's trying to be Safari to the fifth power, and, like, it's cute, and, like, I appreciate comedic relief just like anyone else, but goddamn, relax. Fucking relax. Pop a Xanax and sit down. Ray J wants to harp on the fact that Safari did tell him that him and Lyrica slept together, and it's true, and Safari's still Safari, if you ever get detained for any reason, I know where to put my money. I know where to place my bets, because you cannot lie for shit. It's terrible. You know, we move on to the next scene. Like, all of these scenes are just so underwhelming, y'all, and that's kind of why I'm just breezing through it. I don't have any deep insight about anything. I'm still waiting for the hip-hop aspect of Love and Hip Hop. I guess if hip-hop, like, by hip-hop they mean, like, shucking and jiving and cutting up in clubs and shit, then I guess it is hip-hop, but goddamn, like, I'm not interested in any of these fake-ass storylines. I want to see the things that get these people on TMZ. Like the night that Ray J and Princess got arrested. Show me what happened there. Anyway, Apple is going through this shit with her father that doesn't know how to speak, and it's really hard to watch, and, like, I want to feel bad for her, but at the same time, like, she probably just tapped, like, some bus driver and asked him if he could come on the show, for all I know. Like, I don't even know if, like, it was just fucking weird. It was a weird scene, but big surprise, it's not her dad. And then Shun Li. Shun, I have an issue with you, because the last episode, and anyone that knows me knows this, when I dress myself, I don't like panty lines to show. Panty lines showing is for little girls. You showed up to that all-white event, you, grown-ass woman, You look like an ex-madam, so I'm sure you know a thing or two about putting yourself together. Why the fuck were you at this all-white event in your white pants with your white bikini cut panties showing through? Not even like a G-string or something. Like, Shun, like, consoles Apple and just keeps looking at her with, like, the way she looks at her. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up fucking each other. Like, she looks at her the way, oh, I don't know, I guess it's just the old pimp in her, because Apple, she's gonna turn you out, be careful. Paris and her slept-on braids is being messy, running interference between, Booby and Marcus, being ridiculous, Jay Will, up to the same shit, like, Jay Will and Paris, why the fuck are you guys out here playing fucking spy? Like, what's the point of that? And when these people find out that you were the ones that were up to it, what are you gonna do? I'm sure Jay Will has hands. Paris, you baptized K. Michelle with that drink, but that doesn't say anything. If anything, all you have to do is fucking steamroll somebody, I guess, and that'll be it. But I don't think you can fight. I don't think you can back up the shit you're doing. And it's pathetic. Y'all, this, like, I was just dying for this shit to be over with. My eyes were starting to burn. Like, my eyes were searing. Like, I was over it. I was just like, when is this gonna end? When? Very lackluster. We fast forward to Lyrica and A1's vow renewal. And Lyrica's mom is standing on this overpass singing her heart out. And all I can say about Lyrica Sr. is, whatever pills you pop, whatever it is, give me some. Give me some. Because, like, she always looks mystified and like, she's something else. She is high as hell, though. I know that, and I want to get down with it. At least for a couple of days. So, the last episode of Real Regular, I was saying I wanted to see what Lyrica was collapsing about. I was disappointed. Absolutely nothing. And her tears were fake as fuck. Like, A1 was, like, wiping her face. There was nothing to wipe. If anything, he was smearing her fucking concealer. It was whatever. It was whatever. Then we get to the fights, the big showdowns that everyone's, like, so excited about. I miss the days where people used to watch reality TV for the fights, and everyone would get together the next day, be it at school or at work, and be like, yo, did you see how so-and-so did so-and-so? And you would, like, watch the videos over and over. All this interference from these SWAT team as security guards is really lame. And if they want to fight, let them fight. Like, why can't we just fight? What's the problem? What's the problem? Like, you know, you're out here firing fucking production teams, Mona. You just need to fire the security teams. Because everyone wants to see this shit. I don't care what anybody says. The fights are like fucking dessert. And it's all that matters. Then, you know, like, we just go through this whole thing with Moniece and Princess. Moniece shows up looking amazing. You know, just doing that thing she does, provoking Princess, not really caring. Princess is doing what Princess does, acting like a rabid dog behind a fence. Okay. Then we get to the recaps. And I don't care about the direction anyone's life is going in. It's so irritating. It's so boring. Tiara's sitting here in these heavy-ass vintage porn star wigs looking stupid. You know, Apple Watts is shooting her video. Great. Another bitch with a robber mask and a baseball bat. Big deal. Like, 40 minutes of my life wasted. And I talked about this in just under 15 minutes. Bye, y'all.